What's up, guys? Welcome to the 17th episode. Let's like Lakota. There we go. Of the Trackside Girls podcast. Oh, it's I feel like it's been a pretty eventful week since our last episode. Um um we're as usual, we're gonna talk about NASCAR first. You can already see the girls, kind of seeing what
Dust it up a
they're
little.
showing off their support for our boy, Riley Herbst. But before we get into that, let's talk about some of the other things that happened before the race last week. Some news that honestly kind of shocked me. Sheldon Creed will not be going back to RCR next season. That was kind of crazy to me, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of saw it coming.
To be fair,
I figured he probably would leave.
I mean, it's not even that. It's like I guess he just wasn't really performing, and RCR just booted him. So, speaking of driver changes for next season, the person that will be replacing our boy Carson Hocevar in the 42 for Nice next season will be Matt Mills. He's raced a little bit. I recognize his name, but I don't know him that well. But we'll see. We'll see if he can do as well as Carson has been in the 42. Now, some news about the boy that the girls are repping. During the week, Riley Herbst announced that he will be back in the 98 for the 2024 season. You know what? We'll go ahead and spoil the Xfinity race. Riley Herbst went out, dominated his home race, and beat everybody else in the field by 13 seconds.
15 seconds.
15.
It was 15 seconds.
But hometown boy from Las Vegas won his first ever Xfinity race.
Bro, I was hard sobbing. My mom has a video just sobbing.
Me too.
I was sobbing for that boy. Man, I've been waiting for him to get a win for so long. And then he gets it at his home race, and he had over 60 family and friends at that race.
Mm-hmm.
More motivation.
And then just dominated, like, the second stage, and then the last stage, 15 seconds. Are you kidding me? I was a mess.
He left the most laps in his entire career.
That is very much true, he did. I was just sobbing.
But
me too. I couldn't, for the last 20 laps, I couldn't sit down whatsoever.
I was coloring on my iPad, and then I realized that I should probably watch this race in case something happens and I need to punch somebody through the TV screen. That was mine. I'm like, all right, who am I gonna have to yell at? Because obviously, I mean, we all know how it goes. Your favorite person's in the lead, and then something happens, and then they don't end up winning the race. So I'm like, all right, whose face is gonna get punched in Martinsville? That's how I felt. Or whenever. I was like, who am I gonna have some very strong words with? But we're fine. No one has to have words. Except for Riley. I've talked to him.
But alright. Let's get into the weekends. So Josh Berry actually got the pole for the Xfinity race. Just basically a rundown of Saturday. There was an eclipse. Actually, I don't think it was a full eclipse. I think it was a partial, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they only got the partial when the Cup boys were practicing and qualifying. They got the partial. They didn't get the full. I got nothing because it was cloudy.
And then both Chase Elliott and Daniel Suarez crash in practice or qualifying. I can't remember which one exactly. But then
No comment.
Christopher Bell got cut pole. Then for the race, it was honestly, I felt very tame, I would say. Patrick Emmerling had a blown engine in the first 5 laps. I think there were a few other I don't know. I just felt like the races this weekend were actually pretty tame. Which is very surprising for the first round of 8, trying to secure your spot in the championship 4. Unfortunately for our boy, Carson Hocevar, he went into the wall due to a tire down. I think it was I want to say right front or right rear. I can't remember right off. And then also the Hendrick cars were basically wall magnets. You had Kyle Larson scrub the wall. You had Alex Bowman go into the wall. I wouldn't doubt it if Chase also had some contact with the wall. I think Kyle was the only one that was actually.
Well, Alex didn't actually even go in the wall. He hit the tire barrier. He didn't even touch the wall.
Oh, he didn't.
He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't touch the outside wall.
He didn't touch the outside wall. He just had a tire blow, and he went right into the tire barrier.
Oh, he lost steering.
Yeah, he lost his steering.
Oh, yeah. No, wait. He had to have hit the wall because he lost steering.
Mm-hmm.
Did he hit the wall?
Yeah, I think he hit the outside wall and lost steering, and then he went into the inside wall.
I don't think they ever showed him hit the wall, and I was like, he had to have hit something. But he went to the tire barrier, because then he had to climb out onto the tires to get out of his car.
Yeah, they were trying to unclip the passenger side window.
I saw it, yeah.
And then you already had Alex out of the car standing on the tire barriers. The guys were like, what?
Alex is like, I'm getting out of here. So, well, Alex already had his window net down.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm gonna get out of my car. No need to open up the window so I can crawl out because I'll crawl up the tire. I was like, okay.
And then Ty Gibbs had a wheel come completely off.
Poor buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got penalized for that. Because I guess that's technically classified as a loose wheel because the actual rim came off as well. And the only way for that to come off is if that little center ring hub is loose. And then, the end of the race, Kyle Larson secures his spot in the championship 4. So, I don't think he was in any of our dream championship 4s.
Absolutely. Even though he probably should have been, but
it's I feel like we knew he could do it, but we just didn't want.
You know, here's my sad thing. I can't say anything bad about him because I have his autograph for Chase Elliott.
Oh, that's rough.
Facts, though.
But
I can't say much.
after the race concluded, they went through tech, and NASCAR had originally disqualified Ryan Blaney and took away all of his points due to the left front shock not meeting the specified length. But they rescinded that. They rescinded it and said that it was an error on NASCAR's part, that their template was wrong. So he gained all his points back. So we thought he was going to be in a must-win situation. I mean, I feel like he might be in a must-win situation anyway, but he is not 50-something points down, people.
Nope. They let him keep his 6th place position that he finished in and gave him all of his points back. I mean, he's definitely still gonna have to win Homestead.
Yeah.
But it's not as.
No, he's only 17 out now.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot more doable being 17 points out. But
because who's out right now? I know Blaney's out. Who else is out?
Christopher Bell, I think.
Is Bell out?
I think
is Busher out or is he in?
But I think Busher's out. I think Busher's one of them. I think he was at the bottom of the list, I think.
I know Bob posted the updated. Yeah.
I'm like, who's in and who's out now? I don't even know.
Bell is out by 2. Reddick is out by 16. Blaney's out by 17. And Busher is out by 23.
Dang. So my championship 4 is going to be potentially
it's
knocked out.
It's all close. Because Willie B is only in by 9. Truex is in by 2. Hamlin is in by 2. And then...
Yeah, so it's a very close race.
Yeah.
It's close.
But the world has been restored.
The world has been restored.
So Tricon Garage has announced that Corey Haim will be back next season for full time in the 11 truck. I'm glad they chose. I am glad Legacy chose Homestead, or else I would be really upset. Legacy is letting John Hunter Nemechek race at Homestead in the 42 car because it's like just like a pre-race.
It's a practice run.
Yeah, essentially a practice run for next season. Whenever I saw that, I saw the tweet from Carson. And I was like, oh my god, it better not be what I think it is. And then they were like, at Homestead, Miami. And I'm like, thank God. Oh my.
Well, in his interview after the Infield Care Center, he said, see you guys in Martinsville. And I was like, why didn't he say Homestead? And then Molly sent me Bob's tweet saying that John Hunter Nemechek was racing, and I was like, "Oh, that's why. I could care less."
see, I didn't see that interview, so I was.
I did. He said he was saying like he had really fun. He was like, it sucks for the team. He's like, but see y'all in Martinsville, and I'm like, why did he say Homestead? And then Molly sent that, and I was like, you know what?
What does he mean? He's got a race in the trucks at Homestead. He's gonna be there anyway. What the?
Yeah.
He said, "See y'all in Martinsville." I was like, what?
Yeah, because I sent you that interview on Twitter, because they didn't show his interview on TV or anything. And
that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah. That's what I sent to you on it. That's what he mentioned.
Oh. They showed his interview on my TV.
They didn't show it on TV.
I swear to you, I saw it on TV.
No, I watched the TV and they did not show his interview whatsoever.
That's what I was sitting here waiting for, and I'm like, he's about to get out there Info Gear Center. Hello, where's Kim at?
Yeah. They did not show his interview. I sent you his interview on Twitter. That's what you're thinking of.
No, I never watched it on Twitter.
Yes, you did, because you commented on it.
I swear to you, I saw it on TV.
You commented on it.
Yeah, I might comment on it, but I swear I saw it on TV.
Okay, anyway. Back. So, driver Jake Garcia, will not be returning, to the 35 truck next year. There's a lot of driver shifts coming out of the woodwork. We're 3 races from the end of the season. Technically 2 for trucks. So we're slowly starting to build out our seat changes. Charlotte Motor Speedway is always taking my ideas. Like, I didn't even, I think it was before Darlington, I didn't even see the video about them, like, fist bumping drivers and giving them a lug nut. Okay? I did not see that. I didn't see that until after the weekend when somebody sent it to me. And during that weekend, I was doing, like, fist bumps and giving Xfinity drivers bubblegum. Okay? And then, now you have, like, Charlotte Motor Speedway giving out bracelets that we already do. Like, why they keep stealing my ideas?
Legacy did it too.
Mm-hmm.
I swear.
They gave Carson one that said "boom confetti" on it.
They did. I think it's funny how they gave another crew member one that said "not Carson," because he's also 6'4".
Oh, that's funny.
He's either 6'4" or he's short, and they said "not Carson." I don't know, one of the two. I'm gonna guess that he's probably the same height as Carson, and that's why they did that, because people probably get them mixed up. I thought that was funny, though, that it says "not Carson."
So, the girlies got a shout out, though, from Carson on the Legacy Motor Club page. They did, like, a quick little, like, Q&A with Carson, and they asked about his bracelets, even though Bestie called us fans. It's okay. It's okay. You can. It's
a little offensive at this point. Just call us the Carson hosts of our fan club.
Exactly. Like, hello.
Or just call us the besties. Like, yeah. Hello. At this point, we're not your fans anymore. We're your fan club. Come on now.
But we kind of got a shout out.
That we did.
Because
Although I'm a little offended.
That's the thing. So he only specifically mentioned that bracelet. Like, the rest of them, he was like, yeah, like, these are all, like,
superstitious, and I just have to wear them.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, a fan, maybe this one. Okay, a fan?
Yeah. He's like, a fan gave me this one.
It's a little offended.
Hello? We're besties now, Carson. What are you talking about?
No kidding. Dude, we should bring that up to him at Martinsville and be like, we're a little offended that you just called us fans.
Yeah.
Not your besties. Also,
yep. Our new bracelets that all of us are gonna have.
Killer.
Okay. IndyCar. I don't think there's really any news that I've seen about IndyCar. They're in their off season, so all of them are just, like, scattered all over the place, like, hiding, you know?
I mean, Larson got to test drive his car for next year.
Yes, he did. He did. He got his first laps in his Indianapolis 500 car. Oh, actually, so Petit Le Mans happened this past weekend. It happens at Road Atlanta, and Helio Castroneves and oh gosh, is it? I want to say I can't remember his first name, but Blomqvist, as well as Colin Braun, they won Petit Le Mans this past weekend. So that was pretty cool. If I wasn't at Disney, I would have been at Petit Le Mans because like Atlanta is like 2 hours away from me, so I would have zoomed on down there because Jensen Button was there, and let me tell you,
we all know your love for Jensen Button.
Yes, I love Jensen.
We all know. We all know.
So I think that's the general news. I know there's I guess it's kind of a transition. Lissy McIntosh has started working to create all the stuff that she's doing in collaboration with McLaren, and there's a brand that she kind of got brought on, but she started doing her, I think she did her first shoot a couple days ago, so that was pretty cool. I'm excited to see what comes out of that. As for Formula One, there was no race this past weekend, but this weekend is the U.S. Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. This weekend it will be F1 Academy is racing at COTA. I'm so excited. Unfortunately, I can't go. I wanted to go so bad. I would love to meet Bia. Like, I love her so much, and she's gonna be racing at COTA, but I'm pretty sure I gotta work, so I can't just try to take a trip to Austin, Texas. But I believe a lot of the drivers have actually gotten here this past weekend, just to adjust to the time. Like, I'm pretty sure Lando showed up in San Francisco, like, yesterday.
Yeah.
So he got here over the weekend. This past weekend, you had the Red Bull show run in Nashville. So you had Daniel Ricciardo driving around his old Red Bull car in the streets of Nashville wearing a cowboy hat. And I'm pretty sure he was singing Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't
Yeah.
know many of the words. But
he knew the basic words of Wagon Wheel. That was it.
Yeah.
He made the crowd sing the rest, but it sounded like the crowd didn't really know the song either sometimes, because they were laughing at Danny.
And then today, on the day that we're filming this, the 16th, it is Charles Leclerc's birthday, and I do believe I can't remember if it was Saturday. I want to say Saturday. Was Arthur Leclerc's birthday. So happy birthday to the Leclerc brothers.
Leclerc.
And I think that's the general F1 stuff that I've seen. There hasn't been really any big news because there's no seat changes. There actually is a rumor that Checo could potentially be announcing his retirement at the Mexico Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I am not rooting for Checo's downfall, but and that means Daniel Ricciardo would be moved up to that Red Bull seat. Just saying. And then that means
the amount of times that I've seen people say that, and they're like, I wouldn't be mad if he was gone, because then, Danny could, move up there again. I was
and
like,
then
oh my gosh.
and then that means Liam Lawson would get that AlphaTauri seat, and then it's a win-win because you get both Liam Lawson and Daniel Ricciardo.
Win-win.
But oh my gosh, this is kind of off topic, but this past weekend I was at Disney, and I met a girl from the Netherlands. She was working as a cast member. And so I was talking to her, and I saw she was from the Netherlands. So, like, my first thing's like, all right, how do you feel about our Lord and Savior, Max Verstappen? And she goes, I love Max. Yes. And I'm like, you're my new best friend. We're friends now. Okay? And she's the only person that works at Disney World from the Netherlands, from what I'm pretty sure what they've told me. So that's pretty cool. There is something, if you are in the Spartanburg, like upstate South Carolina, like area, Jeremy Clements is having a little Halloween. I've been doing that all day. Halloween event on Wednesday, October 25th, from 4 to 7 at Rockers Brewing Company. You can come out and you'll see the Martinsville car. And then I do believe Jeremy's going to be out there. And you'll get to meet his pit crew and stuff like that. Just a fun time, Jeremy Clements is from Spartanburg, from what I know. So he does a lot of events out here.
I do have a thing about NASCAR. I can't remember if we talked about it in the last episode, but there are rumors around, like Bob has said it, I think Fox Sports, USA Today. There are rumors that Noah will be going to the 10 car for Storehouse Racing.
I think we have mentioned that. Yes.
I don't know, because
I couldn't remember if we did or not.
It keeps popping up a lot, so it makes me wonder if he actually is going to the 10 car.
I was gonna say, it's possible that he got dropped by Chevy, so meaning he's able to go to a Ford team.
I know, but it keeps popping up a lot, and so I'm pretty convinced that Noah probably is going to the 10 car, and Amarola is going to announce his retirement.
But
I mean, Noah does go to Storehouse. He will be with his old teammate Josh Berry.
Yeah, and then he'll be with his good friend Riley Herbst.
Mhm.
So, the Las Vegas boys.
I'm kind of rooting for Noah to go to Storehouse. Because I also know that Tony really likes Noah.
Mhm.
Because him and Tony have like the same fiery, passionate attitude, personality. They're kind of the same person. Almost.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I spent way too much money this past weekend. Before I even got to Disney, we stopped at the Formula One store that they have in the Florida Mall in Orlando, and I got the cherry blossom hat.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm pretty sure I'm wearing it right now. I got a Max Verstappen jersey, and then I found a Daniel Ricciardo McLaren hat that they had on sale. So I had to pick that up. Because I was wanting like some, like maybe Liam Lawson or Daniel Ricciardo AlphaTauri merchandise, but they literally only had one basic AlphaTauri hat. And I was like, all right, never mind. You can keep that. Anyway.
Keep that.
So this weekend, we have Homestead. Let's go ahead. So after Homestead, so now we're gonna solidify who we think is going to be the truck championship for. Because we said last week our dream championship for, but with Homestead being the final race, we are going to say who we think is actually going to end up above that cut line. Okay. We already know our boy Carson.
We already know
there. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's no. See, that's not our championship 4 pick. That is our Truck Series champion pick.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
okay. So let's see. I honestly, I feel like Corey Haim's a given. Unless he like actually who won the last rounds to actually solidify their place? Have any of them like actually solidified their way into the championship 4?
Didn't Corey already do?
He won the first thing of round of 8. Because I have the whole list right here. None of them have solidified their final spot. The 4 people that are technically in right now have not won the race to make them finally advance to the championship.
Like who won the races of the round of 8? Intro.
Corey Haim won at Bristol, and then Brett Moffitt won at Talladega.
Okay, so then Corey Haim is the only one that is in the championship 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's true then.
So, Corey Haim. We already know that one. Carson Hocevar.
Mm-hmm.
Avi.
The
bestie.
I feel like it's gonna end up being Christian Eckes.
Yeah.
And then it's a very tight fight between Nick Sanchez and Grant Enfinger. Like, I would personally prefer Nick a little more over Grant. But
unless Zane can pull something off at Homestead.
Yeah.
Unless Zane can physically win the race at Homestead.
Yeah.
Because ideally, I would like Zane to be up there, but I feel like every single race that he's done, he's gotten screwed.
Look, he
always ends up in a freaking accident. And so ideally, it would be if he wins Homestead.
Yeah.
That's actually what needs to happen.
Like,
but
I need Nick Sanchez to pass Christian Eckes in points, and then I need Zane Smith to win the race.
that would actually be kind of...
That it knocks Christian Eckes out.
That would actually be kind of funny.
Because then you'd have Zane Smith, Carson, and Nick Sanchez all in the top 4.
I'm already nervous for the Phoenix race because I already know it's gonna go down.
Like, that's the thing. Like, unless Carson like gets caught up in something really early in Homestead, I feel like his spot. Okay, so you know how throughout the race, if it's the last race of the round, like there's some of them that can advance on points.
Yeah.
If he stays there and gains enough like stage points, I feel like he could advance himself like mid-race.
Mm-hmm.
He probably could, actually.
He's 23 to the good right now.
Yeah. And
that's
like
what Nascar is.
Yeah. So his chances are very high.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think that's how it's gonna go. I would Corey Haim, Carson Hocevar, Christian Eckes, and Nick Sanchez. Unless there's a spoiler, and someone below the cut line, brings brings their A game, and
Unless out of nowhere Zane's truck is really fast and he just shoots up and he just wins, then great for me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say about that.
But it is all 3 series of NASCAR that are going to be racing at Homestead. And it is the second round of 8 for both Xfinity and Cup. So next episode, after Homestead, once the points like settle themselves before the final round or final race in the round of 8, we will make our actual championship predictions. But who do we think could win Homestead? And let's start with Xfinity. I actually don't remember who won last year. Noah Gragson got redemption at Homestead.
Oh yeah, because it was like a fight between Noah, Sheldon Creed, and
Ty Gibbs.
Was it Larson? Oh, Ty. I thought Larson was in that.
Let's see who won. Yeah, it was Noah Gragson. He's the one. He won his way into the championship 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then, because at Martinsville last year, Ty Gibbs knocked Brandon Jones out of the way when Brandon was about to win his way into the championship 4 when Ty already did.
We should remember that we were at that race and
I was at that race. Or
I
actually no, I left before that race. I was there in the morning.
I was a little disappointed in Ty in that moment in time. I'm like, why? Why did you just do that?
It's like, why would you do that? That's your teammate. You could have had 2 Joe Gibbs cars instead of 3 junior cars.
That's why nobody liked him last year, but then he won the championship, and the next day his dad died, and everybody was like, I love this kid. And I'm like, that's not how this goes.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it went. Everybody was like, I hate Ty Gibbs. And I'm like, no. And then, like, the next day, they're like, oh, I love him. I'm like, you only like him because his dad died the next day after he won the championship, so don't even with me. That's not how that goes.
But let's see. Who I don't even know who could win their way into the championship 4. Let's see, okay. So Riley won Vegas. I want to say Justin Allgaier. Like, that's my hope, but honestly, it's probably going to be John Hunter Nemechek.
I feel out of any of the junior motorsports cars, it could probably be Justin. But I'm kind of with you. I want it to be Justin, but I have a feeling it'll probably be John Hunter.
No, I want it to be Sam Mayer.
You know what? If Sam comes out of nowhere, that'll be honestly amazing.
that would be fantastic.
That would actually be pretty amazing if Sam just came out of nowhere and just won.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's only 48 points out. He's only in a must-win situation.
Well, his back's against the wall. He's gonna pull it off.
Wait. No, he's only 16 out.
Yeah, like what?
You were looking at from the top. Okay.
Yeah, well, it changed on me. He's only 16 out, so you know.
16 points is feasible.
Yeah, you know.
Sammy Smith is in a must-win situation. He's 35.
Really, I would honestly love if Sammy could, win his way, but honestly, his car sucks.
Which is surprising because John Hunter Nemechek is literally over here dominating.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, in case you don't know, John Hunter Nemechek is Joe Gibbs' golden boy, and they could care less about all the other people.
Well, yeah, they had to find a new golden boy when Ty moved up to Cup.
That's true, and guess what? Ty can still dominate, so it's fine. But John Hunter Nemechek is now their new golden boy, so it makes me wonder next year who's gonna be their new golden boy.
John Hunter's leaving.
Both
Sammy's
of them are
leaving. Yeah.
They haven't announced who's in those cars, right?
Nope.
I kind of have a feeling since Sheldon Creed's leaving RCR that he's going to be going over there.
That's what I think.
It's possible.
So then, are they going to make Sheldon Creed their new golden boy? Because he has been treated pretty badly at RCR.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if Sheldon's performance lately would give him golden boy status over Joe Gibbs.
I know, but it makes me wonder because John Hunter's their golden boy, so they have 2 cars opening up because Sammy's leaving, which I can't blame Sammy for leaving because I would leave too. And he's going to junior, so I'm A-okay with that. But it makes me wonder who they're gonna get to be their other golden boy because they'll have 2 cars open, the 20 and 18.
And then they occasionally run the 19. So
yeah, but that's normally like Trevor Bain
and Myatt Snyder.
That's true, and Myatt Snyder.
Myatt.
I was gonna say they could sign Myatt full time for Joe Gibbs.
I think wasn't he full time at one point? Wasn't he full time or not? Maybe not with Joe Gibbs, but.
Yeah, he was, and then remember he got in that accident, and then he pretty much disappeared.
Yeah.
He got in that accident at where was it?
I can't remember. All I remember is like Austin Hill just completely pummeling him on pit road that one time.
Yeah, well, after his accident, he got caught in the fence, and then after that, he just disappeared. But, also, Molly and I talked about Brandon Brown.
Coming back.
Of him saying, watch out, because there might be an announcement coming.
You know who also we talked about? It was, like, way back in the episodes that cleared, and he's been doing, like, other races. Matt Tiff.
There's so many possibilities right now. But also, you have to look at it this way. There's also so many cars that are opening too this year.
Mm-hmm.
There was not nearly as much as last year. This year, it's like every team is getting rid of 2 people and are going to bring 2 people in. So it's everywhere. Like, there's so many people that can go who knows where.
I feel like I don't know if Kyle Weatherman has a full-time ride yet for next season, but I wouldn't count him out.
Honestly, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
Or maybe even Raja. Like, I don't think Raja has a full-time for next season either.
There's so many possibilities. So many. Because there's so many people that don't have rides. That could have full-time rides next year. Especially with the amount of cars that are opening up. So, because what? Is Joe Gibbs the only, 2 cars open in Xfinity, or is there more cars that are still open?
I mean, I know a lot of the smaller teams, could potentially be swapping drivers. But
yeah.
There's also rumors that AJ might be going back down to Xfinity. He just
Yeah.
hasn't decided what he's doing next.
All right, Colleague has other than Chandler Smith's car, has two open cars, the 10 and the 11.
Right.
Because Daniel Hemrick's taking the Cup car.
Daniel Hemrick's going up to the Cup ride next year.
There's so many people. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Also, Cole, I don't know about Cole. Because he hasn't signed his contract yet. Only Riley has.
Or did he sign a multi-year last year? Or like for the at the beginning of this season?
I think he only just signed until 2023.
So he only signed for one season?
I think so.
I wonder...
There's also talks about him moving back up and taking over the 10 car.
Okay, as much as I love Cole, I feel like that would only be a possibility if he could actually perform like how he used to do when he was Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Like, I just he's obviously not bad in the Xfinity series. Like, he's shown that what he can do in an Xfinity car, but him in a Cup car, he just hasn't shown his capability. And so I just don't see that being a possibility of them moving him back up after one season.
Yeah. I don't know. The most talked about in the 10 car is Noah, though, so that's all I see anymore is Noah going to the 10, and I'm like, I want this to be true so badly, but I don't know. But also, there's a lot of people that say that Noah already has a Cup ride, or has a ride for next year.
Yeah, but where would it be?
And I don't know, because somebody said that during his, time off to reevaluate himself as a person.
Well, that's the thing. They couldn't sign him until he was cleared by NASCAR.
I know.
Because they would have never known.
I know, but teams have talked to him. So during that time, somewhere along the line, a team wants him, and he's already signed somewhere. They just haven't announced it yet.
Well, see, that's the thing. I thought he was going to go to Colleague. I thought he was going to take the 31 car.
We all thought he was going to go to Colleague.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. Who's taking the 31 car?
We don't know that.
I don't think they've announced who's going in the 31 car, because I'm pretty sure Daniel Hemrick is supposed to go into the 16. That's why AJ Allmendinger is still undecided.
So then Colleague has 3 race cars open. Yeah. They have the 31, the 10, and what, the 16?
The 11.
No, the 11.
Because the 10 is the one that they swap all around all the drivers.
Yeah.
But that one, I don't think that one's technically chartered. Or no, wait, never mind. Xfinity doesn't run on charters, so they can run that car as long as they qualify into the race.
Yeah. We don't know who's going to 31.
Yeah, Hemrick's going to 31 because Justin Haley's going to drive for Rick Ware.
Yeah, but then why hasn't AJ Allmendinger said if he was going to stay in Cup or not?
Because I don't think he just has decided. Well, yeah, because look how he's really been driving this year.
He definitely does a lot better on road courses.
Mm-hmm.
He makes me mad.
Because I think what I've kind of heard, from rumors and everything, if he goes back down to Xfinity and drives Xfinity cars like he did, he'll be driving mainly the road courses for the Cup Series. That's what I've heard.
So he might play gosh, what is what was that driver that Rick Ware put in the 15 car? Joey Hand. That's it. Joey Hand. Joey Hand, they would only bring him in for the road courses. So, I feel like it would make a lot of sense, because, like, I feel like AJ's strong suit is road courses. That's why they call him the road course ringer. So, gosh,
there's a lot of cars open and a lot of possibilities for people.
Mm-hmm.
And probably people that you probably wouldn't expect back, like Brandon Brown. If they announce that Brandon Brown's in a car, I don't know. But there's just so many possibilities, because so many cars have opened. So many possible drivers. I feel like a lot of people also haven't announced their contracts yet either still.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like either right before the championship race or right after the championship race is gonna be, like, insane with everybody's contract dropping.
Probably. That'll be a fun time.
Because, like, do we even know about the Hendrick drivers? Like, how long are they in those cars?
They have multi-year deals.
Yeah, they're gonna be in there for a long time.
Yeah, because they literally signed it like 2 years ago. Or, yeah.
Like,
they have multi-year.
I think some of them are supposed to be in there until like 2026.
It's like,
Chase Elliott.
I was gonna say, I can understand those two, but, like, Alex Bowman?
Alex actually has his contract until, I think he signed a 2-year contract, so I think his is until 2025, and I think Williams is also until 2025.
Actually, there is news on Alex Bowman. A hard launch with his girlfriend. I saw that video on Instagram. But yeah, see, I'm the one that hypes up the wags. Like Katie, Devlin DeFrancesco's girlfriend. I love her so much.
Oh my gosh.
And then technically now Lissy McIntosh is a wag. Like, but anyway. So this weekend we kind of went on a tangent. This weekend, Homestead, Miami for all 3 NASCAR series. And then you have COTA, Circuit of the Americas, in Austin, Texas, for Formula One, as well as F1 Academy. I'm not too sure if any of the others are racing there, but I know those 2 are for sure racing. But man, it's finally a Formula race in America, so the times are not going to be absolutely insane for the East Coast.
You know, waking up at like 5 a.m. was not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Like, homie.
Thanks for coming to America where it's my time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching, for listening. However you enjoy our podcast. They got to show off the Riley merch. Did you get that custom made?
So my mom made it.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I don't think they would have made merch.
Molly has also a sweatshirt like this. My mom, well, I made it for her for Christmas or her birthday, one of the two. Christmas. And then my mom had ordered me one, and it came in a t-shirt, and so she had to reorder mine. So yeah, my mom made this for me.
I was gonna say, he's literally in the fireproofs, so I'm like, there ain't no way that they would make merch like that.
Okay, I'll just yeah. No, my mom made it for me.
But okay, anyway, thanks for watching the 17th episode, or listening, of the Trackside Girls podcast. Alright.
That's really, I need more fingers.
Anyway.
Peace out, hope. License.
Peace out, guys. Peace, love,
Peace
and
out.
race cars. That's gonna be our
Peace,
motto
love, and-
now.
Peace, love, and race car.
Race cars.
Race cars.